troops. Hello, how are we? We're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to be joining with Fatima from the chai room, and we're going to be talking about chai spiced potatoes. So a little while ago, we introduced the spice box, which has got all of these lovely flavors from around the world. There's about 15 different spices to explore in here. Also comes with a recipe book and beautifully packaged for you to give away as presents and gifts. So today I actually am going to pull out one of the recipes from the recipe book, which is the whole spiced tempered potatoes, but I'm going to change it around a little bit. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to infuse the flavors, and we're going to use some turmeric and raw honey chai from the chai room, and we're going to bring them on board and have a look at how the chai actually is blended. And Fatima's going to talk a little bit about how it all comes together at her end. But I've been playing in the kitchen, and it's been really fun because we've got a chance to create a new recipe with it, and I have been very excited to share it. So I'm going to invite Fatima about it together and see what we're able to explore. So, hello,
Hi,
morning.
Himanshi, how are you?
Good. I was just telling everyone about what we were planning to do today with the chai and the potatoes. But before I do that, let me show you our awesome setup here. So yeah,
Wow, that looks amazing.
yeah. I had a bit of time this morning, so I thought I'll play with it in the kitchen and make it look nicer than it usually does.
Excellent. How are you this morning? So I'm just trying to readjust. It's always a strange one, isn't it, when you've got two people in the shop and then you're trying to rearrange.
I know. And I'm like, which end of my kitchen should I be displaying to everyone?
Yeah, it was a bit like that. How are you this morning?
Yeah.
How are you doing down there, by the way?
Not too bad. It's actually, there's a bit of sun out here today, so it's not too bad. Usually it's quite dreary, but it's not too bad.
Okay.
So I am looking forward to this. I am looking forward to this morning because I want to really show people what I've been doing with playing in the kitchen with the tea and the chai and the spices, and what I think I've come up with.
Yeah, so it's just I welcome everybody who has joined or is about to join. And if you do catch this after we've done the live, then I'm here with Himanshi from Foodie Trails, and we caught up a few weeks ago just to kind of connect and talk about our love for spices. And I sent Himanshi, we had an idea. I thought, oh, let's try and make a recipe with the chai and the spices. So I sent Himanshi the turmeric and honey blend, and she has come up with this incredible recipe, which I cannot wait to see and try. And here we are. She's going to do a little demonstration. So tell us, what are the things that you need? And is it easy to do, first of all?
It is super easy. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then I'm actually going to show you so that you know and you can follow. And then I'm going to swap over to you so you can put that chai on and tell us a little bit more about the flavor. So what I basically did was I infused some of the spices from our spice box, and I used your beautifully flavored chai to come up with something just a little bit different, be able to make it a little bit more fun to cook with. So and it was really fun also using something like chai in cooking, because I hadn't done that before. So we're gonna make the recipe available a little just after we finish the live. But what I've done is I've used 2 spoons of your turmeric and raw honey chai, and all I've done is I have warmed up some water, and I'm gonna put the tea leaves in there. And I want to again show you this to show you how quickly you just start getting that beautiful color. And while that's boiling, I'm going to add in another minute or so, I'm going to add in the potatoes. But while that's boiling, I want you to talk us through the actual blend, if that's all right.
Absolutely. So this is the turmeric and honey blend is actually a chai blend which has been infused with honey and spices and tea. So we take our really premium Assam and Kenilworth tea, and we take our turmeric. And actually, I don't know if you know about this, but the two of the heroes of this chai is actually not only the turmeric, it's also the carob. I put carob in. And have you come across carob before, Himanshi?
I haven't, no.
Carob is just,
yeah.
This is kibbled carob, and it's basically grown in South Australia. And that's where I get them from. And they're in pods, and they're a family of the chocolate tree, but they have no caffeine. They've got incredible properties, high in antioxidants, and they're quite tough when they're kibbled. This is basically kibbled from the pod. And when you chew them, they're actually quite rough, but they taste quite chocolatey. So we take the carob. It was actually a roasted carob, which is really nice. So I buy the carob, which is then it's ground down, and it's roasted and it's ground down, so it just gives it that extra sweetness. With the turmeric, and then all of our signature spices, which are the anise, the cardamom, cinnamon, cloves. We grind all of our spices fresh before we make them, and then we infuse them in the honey and the chai. And really, that's really what you get. And they're all perfectly balanced. I think the nice thing about the turmeric and the honey is that they balance each other out so well. The honey being sweet and the turmeric being so earthy, a flavour that I'm very familiar with, and then the spices just really enhance that kind of flavour profile, if you like. So
I know I can already, the fragrance here with it just brewing is absolutely beautiful. I did find the flavor very familiar for myself as well, because as you would know, growing up, very often we're given turmeric and honey as something to elevate a sore throat. And so this was just that sort of soothing flavor when you're actually, just enjoying a cup of chai as well. But then when I started playing with it in the recipe, and I'm not going to sit here and make you watch it boil for 15 minutes. I have done a few tips.
Do you have a here's what I prepared earlier?
And here's what I prepared earlier. So what I did was I did do this. Oh, so quick, right? And what I want to really show you is look at the color of the potatoes.
Oh wow! So what's
so
that?
it's
is that the tea? No.
That's all of the tea. Yeah. So all I did before was exactly the same process: hot water, infuse the tea, let it brew for a little bit, and then I added in the potatoes. And 15 minutes later, the tea leaves are in there. Yes. So I haven't strained out the tea leaves. I've simply pulled the potatoes out, and they've parboiled.
Oh, yum.
So you see that the color is actually seeped in as well.
Give me some of that.
You're gonna have to try. You're gonna have to try and make it at home later. So I'm just gonna.
Sorry, just quickly tell people that if they're wondering how they're going to do this, we are going to post a recipe afterwards, aren't we? And we've got a special offer for you guys that stay till the end. So please do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because you've got to know what you're going to do with these potatoes.
That's it. So with this recipe, you can actually do a number of different variations in terms of the spices that you use. So from our box and in the recipe book as well, we've got these 3 options. You can either do spice with mustard seeds, spice with ajwain seeds, and you can do spice with cumin seeds. So today I'm actually going to do the cumin seed one because I feel that's going to be the best option. And what I'm going to do here is I've just got my pan, and I'm going to try and do this one-handed so you can actually see what I'm doing. So excuse me if I go in and out. You can use whatever oil you like. I was trying to go the health and wellness way, and so I'm using here extra virgin coconut oil.
Oh, yes, that's perfect.
But traditionally, if I was...
That would be beautifully, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And traditionally, if I was doing this as as an Indian spiced potatoes, I would have put it as ghee. But because I want it to be a bit more versatile...
But ghee is actually super good. I mean, it's very luxurious oil to use, isn't it? I use it in my cooking, and it just adds that real nice depth of flavour. But coconut oil is vegan, which is quite...
Yes, absolutely. And what I find is when I do my spices in this, it has a bit of a different flavor as compared to the quick splatters.
Why
So
is
all
it
I'm doing is
Why is it different, do
I've
you think?
added, I feel like it's because of the temperature that it uh, fumes at. And so I've added the cumin seeds, I've added some garlic, and
Yeah.
I'm adding some dried chili. Now, if you actually want them to be spicy, you would break open the chilies so that you can let some of the oils out. But if you wanted just a subtle spice flavor, then you would just do that. So
So do you
give it a
make
bit
it
of,
if you put the chilies in, would it make it really hot, do you think? Or is it more of the same
not
temperature?
if you leave them full, but if you do split them open, you'll get a bit more of the flavor.
Oh,
And
this
then
is
I
lovely.
added in the potatoes.
Oh, I'm ready for that right now. That looks delicious. And all these spices, they're available in your box, are they? So they're quite easy,
Yeah.
or they quite easy to get hold of, or
Yes, so they're all available in our spice box. They're very easy to use. Now, in this option, you can, if you want to change the color to make it a little bit more yellow or a bit brighter, then you can add in a little bit more of turmeric powder. I didn't find it necessary when I tried and tested the recipe, but I just found that it was nice to brighten up the bowl.
yeah.
But in
So
terms of flavor, because it's got all of the beautiful flavor from the chai already, you don't need to actually add too many more dry spices on top. And then the other thing I added was just salt to taste. Now, a quick reminder that potatoes can absorb quite a bit of salt. So don't worry if you think you've put a little bit too much, because they're actually a great way of getting rid of excess salt in a dish. So if you're making a stew or something like that, and you feel like you've dropped a bit too much salt into it,
oh
just
my god,
chuck in half a potato and it will absorb the excess
love
salt
that.
and make it balance
I've
up
done.
your flavors.
I've added too much salt in a dish, and then I've just grabbed a potato and I've just dumped it in, and it seems to work
Yeah,
really well.
it
That looks
absolutely
delicious.
does. So what I'm wanting to do here is, because I've parboiled it. Now you can fully boil it and it'll be a bit more mushy, but because I didn't want it too mushy, I've kept it quite a high heat at the moment because I want it to be a bit more sort of crunchy from the outside. And so
Lovely.
I'm giving it a couple of minutes in that.
So why did you parboil it? What was the importance of that?
Because I wanted it to infuse with the chai flavors. And
Right.
so, because if I added the chai on top, which I also tested, if I would have added the chai on top, chai actually, as you would know, and you've been teaching everyone for a long time, it's all about the brewing process. And when it's
Yes.
brewing, it's giving you those flavors and it's releasing all of that beautiful scent and everything, and you're enjoying a very lovely cup there.
Actually, I'm
So
turmeric and honey to see the colour. Oh, I might have to top it up so you can see that. You'll have to. I hope you made a cup of chai to go with your potatoes.
I'm going to enjoy them as lunch.
Push you around the
So,
corner because I've been around there, dash, and we would have had a nice spicy cup of chai. I would have made you chai, and you would have made the potatoes next
and
time.
this would be fun next time, and when we're not in two different cities as well. So that's why I parboiled it, and I didn't put it in on top as part of the cooking process because the texture would be different. You wouldn't release the same flavors in the chai, and it wouldn't have had the same flavoring as part of the dish. So
Yeah.
this is now starting to get a bit of a crust on the outside.
So do you think
See if
it
I
added a
can.
bit of crispiness? Would that also add to a bit of a nice sort of crisp to coat the potatoes, so then you'd get that lovely crunch and then the softness on the inside? In fact, that's how you would.
This is it.
I mean, I don't know you, but that's how I would normally make my
Yeah,
masala potatoes. Oh yeah, that
I'm
looks
going to
good.
see if I can show this to you nicely.
Uh, and that's all the
So you
spices
can
that you
see,
put there.
yes,
Uh,
yes. So it's got a bit of the cumin on it, and it's got a bit of the chili on it, and it's all looking very lovely, and it's all
yeah.
sticking together. Now,
So just going quickly back a step. So when you strained the potatoes with the tea, was that difficult to get the spices and the tea out when you were
no.
straining?
So let me show you that. So what I did was, before I just put this in the oven to boil, and all I've done Let's see if I can swap this over again.
Crazy half screen. Oh, I see what you mean. So you just lifted them out of the
I just lifted them out. I didn't want to strain it out because I didn't want to lose all the little tea leaves on the side. And if I would have strained it out, I might have lost some of that. So all I did was lift it out and get the potatoes. And this is literally what I put in to the pot when we started this session.
Okay.
You can see in this corner, bit of white, bit of yellow from the tea.
Oh, and do they have a honey taste to them as well? Have you got that sort of honeyness that goes?
It does have absolutely. It has a bit of a background honey flavor to it, and it just adds that sweetness with that tartness of the spice, which has been really fun to play with. So let me just swap this around and show you what it looks like.
A quick mention that we do have the coconut nectar version. So if you didn't want to use the honey, you could use the coconut. That would be quite nice, wouldn't it? That would add a different sort of flavor to it.
Absolutely. And I think this is just a really easy recipe to do many different things with. So you can swap around the spices, you can swap around the tea flavors, and just it's something different every time, even though it's just a standard sort of recipe and not too adventurous in the sense that it's not going to take you out of your comfort zone to be able to actually prepare the dish itself. Now, I don't have any very good presentation skills, so this is going to just look like a bowl of potatoes. Hopefully,
as well, because they're quite a neutral vegetable, and oh wow, look at that! Is that coriander on top?
Yes, so just garnished it with a little bit of coriander, and you can see the spices alongside the potatoes.
That is divine. So you've got the potatoes with the chai spices that they were brewed in, and then you've got the spices that you've included, which was the ajwain, the cumin seeds, the chilies.
So with the spices that I had here on display, you can use any one of them, not all three of them, because they all got different flavorings. So either you do the potatoes with cumin seeds, or you do them with ajwain seeds, or you do them with mustard seeds, and all of those will change the flavors around. Similarly, you can change the chai flavors around. So you might, as you said before, have it with the coconut infusion, have it with the honey infusion, and that gives you different flavors as well. So it's really simple to do. It's it's fun to try and blend flavors from different things. And I don't think I cooked a lot with chai before, so it was really nice to experiment and do that as well.
Well, I think we'll have many more recipes to come. What do you think? But the nice thing is that you're doing a savoury dish, which is, I love having chai with something savoury. For me, that's just a really nice balance. And so, that's just a really nice way to show turmeric or chai in general, to use it with savoury dishes as opposed to the sweet dishes that are quite common.
And for those of us who are used to chai in the afternoon and we're drinking chai all the time, we often have a snack with it. So this is also something that you could use as a snack, instead of sometimes you just don't want to eat a big samosa or a big pakora or something like that. And this literally took me, as you saw, 10 minutes to put it together. It's savory, it's great. Just stick in a couple of toothpicks, pick on it while you're drinking your chai, and it just makes a really good afternoon tea sort of break. And it's not sweet, which I find is really hard when you go out for teas over here. Mostly everything is just sweet. So it's really fun to be able to have something that is not necessarily sweet, but can accompany your chai really well.
Definitely. I think that's such a great point, actually. And we've had some really lovely comments from some of our viewers, and somebody saying it's almost time for lunch. So we're going to actually then let you go for lunch and try this yourself. But before we do, we should mention that this is all available. We've got a little special box that's available that we've created just for you guys post this session. So Himanshi, I'll hand over to you, and you can show us what we have for our viewers.
Yes. So what I have done is we have combined our skills and our products together, and I'm going to post it in the links for this, and I'll do a post on Instagram, and I'm sure Fatima will do the same thing on our website. We're now going to be making it available for you to get at a very great rate. The spice box combined with the Chai Room Petite Original Selection. So you can get both of these flavors, and it's only $99 to get all of it together. So not only do you get the Spice Experience box where you can use all of the spices, you've got the recipe book in there so you can experiment with that, but then you can also get a selection of flavors of the Chai Room products where you can experiment with the recipes if you wanted to, or just enjoy your cup of tea and relax after you've made your dishes and your meals, and watch the different masterclasses that comes along with the Spice Experience box. So I'm very excited that we've got it online. We're going to have it for about a month or till it runs out on our websites respectively, and you can jump on either one of them to order it. And hopefully you enjoy experimenting with it and sharing your recipes with us as much as we've enjoyed putting it all together for you.
Reiterate, you'll get the spice box and you get 5 of the Chai Room traditional blends, which we normally have in our petite box. So you'll get the rooibos, you'll get the turmeric and honey, turmeric and coconut nectar, original and ginger. You'll also get the little recipe from today, and that will be combined with the spices and an extra special recipe book. So we're really excited about it. Yeah, it'd be great as a gift, actually, wouldn't it? Really, Father's Day is coming up at some point soon. Maybe we'll, could be quite a nice idea.
It's absolutely a great foodie gift. It's a great people for anyone who's keen on health and well-being. It's great because there's lots of information in there about how the spices are beneficial, and the same spices are being used in your chai blend. So whether you want to cook a big meal or enjoy a cup of tea, you can do it thinking about how good it is for you.
Perfect. And then we'll have the recipe as well on our respective websites.
Absolutely.
And so you'll know where to go if you just wanted to make the potatoes yourself, and again also to the box. So that has been a really lovely cup of comfort actually for me, and I am very inspired to get itching going back in the kitchen. I think I might make myself some this afternoon, seeing as it's very quick and we've got some time before.
And I will enjoy lunch.
Thank you so much, Himanshi. That was amazing. Appreciate that, and thank you to all the lovely viewers and for your really nice comments. And if you did want to catch this video, if you've just joined and you've just missed it, we will have this on both of our IGTVs. So yeah, you can access this at any time. Take care, all of you. Please do post any questions or comments, and be happy to get back to you. You take care.
And catch you guys next time.
Bye.
See you. Bye.